We all know the feeling. The spark, it happens on January 1st. It happens when you buy the new running shoes. It happens when you open the blank first page of a notebook. It is the intoxication of the start. In that moment, everything is possible. You see the future version of yourself fit, wealthy, fluent in a new language, successful. The dopamine floods your brain. You feel unstoppable. But then the inevitable happens. Week 2 arrives. The shoes feel heavy. The notebook sits closed on the desk. The excitement fades, replaced by the mundane gray reality of repetition. The spark is gone. And now, you are left in what we call the valley of silence. This is where dreams go to die. We ask ourselves, why can't I keep going? Do I lack willpower? Do I need more patience? We are taught that the answer is gritting your teeth. We are taught that endurance is a muscle of suffering. But is that true? If you have to fight yourself every day to do something, eventually you will lose the fight. Willpower is a battery, and batteries run out. To find the power that truly sustains us, the power that delivers results, we must look beyond simple patience. We must look at the architecture of continuity. Let us consult the 4 great architects of the human spirit: Socrates, Confucius, Buddha, and Jesus, to understand how to cross the valley of silence. First, Socrates stops us at the starting line. Before you ask, how do I keep going? Socrates asks, why are you walking this path? He teaches us that we often quit because we are pursuing someone else's goal. We start a business because we want to impress our parents. We go to the gym because we want to look like someone on Instagram. Socrates warns us, know thyself. If your motivation is external approval, vanity, fear, it is like burning paper. It creates a big flame, but it turns to ash in seconds. But if your motivation is internal, if it aligns with your deepest values and your true character, it is like burning coal. It burns slow, hot, and long. Socrates teaches us that consistency is not about discipline, it is about alignment. When you are doing what you are truly meant to do, you don't need to force yourself. You are pulled by the vision, not pushed by the whip. Next, we turn to Confucius. He understands that even with a great purpose, we are creatures of habit. Motivation is fleeting. Habit is reliable. Confucius gives us the tool of Li ritual. He teaches that we should not rely on feeling like it. Feelings are treacherous. Instead, we must build a structure. Think of a river. Without banks, the water spreads out and becomes a swamp. With banks, the water flows and generates power. Ritual is the riverbank. Do not wake up and ask, do I feel like writing today? Simply establish the ritual. At 7 a.m., I write. Confucius teaches us to remove the decision. When you have to decide every day whether to act, you cause decision fatigue. But when you turn the action into a sacred ritual like brushing your teeth, you bypass the emotional brain. You don't need patience to brush your teeth. You just do it. The power to finish comes from automating the start. Third, we sit with the Buddha. He addresses the greatest enemy of consistency, the obsession with the result. Why do we quit? Because we work hard for 2 weeks, look in the mirror, and see no change. We get discouraged. We are attached to the fruit, so we neglect the seed. The Buddha teaches the concept of right effort and detachment. Imagine an archer. If he is staring at the target while he shoots, he will miss. He must look at the arrow. He must look at his stance. He must focus entirely on the process of the release. The Buddha tells us, focus on the step, not the mountain. When you fall in love with the boredom of the process, when you find joy in the sweat, in the study, in the practice itself, the results take care of themselves. If you are only working for the reward, the work is suffering. If the work itself is the reward, you can go on forever. Consistency is not a struggle for the future. It is a surrender to the present. Finally, we hear the voice of Jesus. He offers a profound shift in identity. He used the metaphor of the vine and the branches. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Whether you view this religiously or spiritually, the principle is the same. You cannot sustain yourself on your own limited ego energy. When we try to achieve things by sheer force of will, we are like a branch trying to grow grapes by holding its breath and squeezing. It is exhausting. Jesus teaches us to abide, to connect to a source larger than ourselves. When you view your work not as a personal ambition, but as a calling, a way to serve, a way to love, a way to contribute to the world, you tap into a different energy source. You are no longer pushing a boulder up a hill alone. You are flowing with a current. The power that leads to results is not just grit. It is faith. Faith that if you show up, if you remain connected to your source, the harvest will come in its own time. So, let us synthesize this. You started with excitement, and now you are tired. You are looking for the strength to finish. The answer is not just be more patient. The answer is a 4-step transformation. Socratic alignment. Ensure the goal is truly yours. Confucian ritual. Build a structure so you don't have to rely on feelings. Buddhist detachment. Love the process and stop checking for results every day. Christ-like connection. See your effort as a service, not a selfish race. The person who crosses the finish line is not the one who ran the fastest. It is the one who kept putting one foot in front of the other when the applause stopped. It is the one who found the sacred in the mundane. Do not look for a new spark. Become the fire that burns without needing a spark. Just take the next step, and then the next. That is the secret.